Hey, this is Jamey from Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about some design notes, some game design notes from the Valhalla expansion from Champions of Midgard. Now, I've only played this game once. It was very recently that I played this game, and I played my first game with the Valhalla expansion, but I can see right off the bat why people speak so highly of this game, and specifically of this expansion. Because it adds a few things that I think are both fun and that mitigate some of the risk that comes from playing the core game and going to fight the monsters that you're going to fight. The one thing that I think is just fun is it offers more custom dice. So these yellow dice and these pink dice, I hope I have this correct. Yeah, yellow dice, pink dice. They are not included in the core game. They are included in this new expansion. And they just give you different icons than you would on some of the other dice. So that's great. I like having new custom dice to choose from. That's fun. However, in the core game, when you go to fight a monster, you're going to assign a bunch of dice to that monster, and the monster will probably deal damage to you. And for each damage the monster deals to you, you lose a die. It kind of represents a warrior. That warrior has died, and they are done for the game. Now, I believe in the core game, that's it. That die goes away. It's fairly easy to get new dice, but there is a certain amount of loss aversion that I think you would feel if you played that way. You sacrifice the die to a monster. Maybe you got that monster, but you lost that die. Now you have to go back and get that die again. That still applies in Valhalla, except that when you lose a die, when a die dies in glory, in battle, a glorious death, that die, that warrior goes to Valhalla. And to represent that in the game, you get a little token that matches that die. So if I lose a red warrior, I get a red token that represents that warrior being in Valhalla now. And it gives me a new option. It's a new resource that I can then use to gain some of these cards in Valhalla. For example, this one right here says that if on my turn, after sending someone to Valhalla, or after embarking in a battle, I can spend 2 of these red tokens, not the dice, but the tokens that I've earned from sending a red warrior to Valhalla, and any one token of my choice, and I get a benefit in response. Each of these has a slightly different cost and benefit schemata here. And there are even some cards, I don't have them in this stack of cards, but there's some that have a lot of symbols up here, kind of the big bosses in Valhalla. So you get all these different cards that you can choose from that you can gain as a benefit. So I really like this so much that you're losing some dice. You're sacrificing these warriors. It's thematic. They've gone to fight a big troll. Some of them are probably going to die. But when they die, they go to Valhalla, and you get to use these tokens for some other benefit that gives you forward progress in the game. That feels really, really good. It was a good reminder to me as a designer that you can have loss in a game. You can't have risk and loss, and there can be great meaning behind that. In my games, generally, they're very rewarding games. I generally avoid punitive elements. But this is a good reminder that you can have those punitive elements in a game to give actions a certain level of consequences. But when you do lose something, there can still be another payoff, and one that is very thematic with the Valhalla theme. But there can still be another type of payoff, benefit, reward, or progression that can emerge from that loss in the game. I'm talking to myself here. That was a great reminder to me as a designer. And for that reason, I really did enjoy playing the Valhalla expansion. And I'll probably continue to. I'll probably just leave this mixed in with all the other components in Champions of Midgard and continue to play that way. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Valhalla if you've played it, or other games that have punitive elements but have a payoff as a result, a different type of payoff as a result, even though you have lost something. Let me know about that in the comments below. Thanks.